Hello, everyone. I think we'll wait just a moment so that we can see who's here. Hello, hello. I am not seeing comments. Welcome wherever you are from around the world. I am Deborah Roth, and I am excited to be here with you all today. I hope that you're enjoying all of the terrific wellness moments that the Wellness Universe has put together for you. I am here as an interfaith minister and life and relationship coach, a spiritual life and relationship coach. And I have worked with women mostly for many years. I like to say I work with overwhelmed, under-nurtured women and a few good men. And really, the question of my talk today, which you can see in the description, and I'm still not there. Hello, Anna. Lovely to see you. I am thrilled to be here. I'm really delighted to be a member of the Wellness Universe community of wellness resources for total well-being. And you can find the link to my profile there in the description. I also want to remind you that I am not a medical doctor. I'm not providing medical advice. And if anyone feels that they need help of any kind, obviously, please seek out a professional. So, the theme today, what we're talking about, is practicing radical self-care during precarious times. Now, I have to say that the idea of self-care has been forefront in the work that I do, working with women, really working with everyone over the last, well, my whole life probably, but certainly during difficult times. And I think it's particularly important for us right now in tricky times and not. I want you to continue any self-care practices that you come up with far and beyond this time that we're in right now. But I always say that I feel that if we're taking care of ourselves on every level, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, everything else just gets a lot easier to manage. And the reason for that, I believe, is that when we do that, we are sustaining ourselves on the deepest level. On our soul, our center. There's a wonderful phrase. The German mystic and theologian from the Middle Ages, Meister Eckhart, calls this place, this your soul. He calls it your soul spark, your scintilla. And I love the feeling. I love the idea of really embracing this notion that we are supporting our deepest selves, our essence. I call it our circle of one, because that's the place that we always need to come back to. And if our circle of one, if our scintilla isn't really well nourished, then all of the people, obviously first and foremost ourselves, all of the people in these concentric circles of community that we have are not going to be supported either. Our family, our communities, the world. I mean, the work that we do in the world is so important. So this notion of self-care, which we're hearing a lot about right now, and tomorrow you've got a full day of wonderful self-care experts from the Wellness Universe. So come back here and check in then. What I would love to leave you with today are the tools to really create or deepen. Hopefully you've already got some good self-care practices already in place. Your four-legged stool or your four-pointed crown of self-care, however you want to refer to it. One of the references I always use, Stephen Covey, who many of you know, wrote the now kind of classic business book, 7 Habits for Highly Effective People. And I think there are a few more habits now. But his 7th habit he calls sharpening the saw. And he says, and I'll read you specifically what he says, and it surrounds all of the other habits. Exercising all 4 dimensions of our nature, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, regularly and consistently in wise and balanced ways keeps us strong and healthy. So don't we all want to be strong and healthy right now? Let's look at what that means. So you can see, if you go to my website, you can get my 25 tips for practicing radical self-care, but I want to run through some today, and I really would love to hear some of your ideas too. Please do comment. Please do send some likes if one of these ideas resonates with you, but I'd really love to hear from you too. So looking at, you want to, obviously right now at times like this, we want to keep it pretty simple. We have to keep it pretty simple. So if we're looking at how we're taking care of our bodies, can't go out for a manicure right now, but you can do one yourself. I'm having a spa day with my 3-year-old granddaughter and some of the other women in my family tomorrow at 4. We're going to be on Zoom. We're going to paint our nails together. That's a little bit of all kinds of self-care, really. But simple things, making sure that you're eating well, that you're sleeping in. We sometimes need more. Follow the message of your body. We sometimes need more sleep when we're in the middle of tough times. Drink lots of water. Move. I've literally been doing yoga, Pilates, bar, all those kinds of movement exercises and spiritual practices just about every day. And get outside if you can, into your backyard. I thankfully have a Riverside Park. I live in New York City, right across the street from me, literally 20 feet. And I've got one of my favorite trees that I make sure I get out and sit under every day. Even if it's raining, I bring my umbrella. So the outside piece is to really sit with Mother Earth, to sit. Our bodies need that sustenance. So those are a bunch of body ideas. Any ones that you have that you come up with that are new or not for nurturing your body during this time, then definitely let me know. I'd love to see it in the comments. Now, your mind. Boy, there are so many ways. You may not be able to get out and take a class right now, but just about every conference and workshop that has been canceled is now online. So look at ways like that to stimulate your brain. A don't, in terms of mind stimulation right now, is don't OD on all of your screens. Easier said than done, because that's how we're really connecting with each other. Know when it's time to step away from the screen, and likewise, really use them in beneficial ways to really stimulate your brain. Don't OD on the news. Watch funny, inspiring videos or educational ones. Same with taking courses. You might want to snooze somebody on Facebook who's triggering you, who gets your brain going. We can get on a hamster wheel in our head if we're not careful. Again, anytime that can happen. Okay, so we've got body, mind, heart. Just hugs. Do your virtual hugs. My favorite version of a virtual hug, and when I posted it on Facebook, got so many responses, is just going like this, like you could really, and then blowing it to the people that mean the most to you. My granddaughter and I do that all the time now, along with the other important people in my life. A really yummy, strong virtual hug. Heart-based, literally, check out HeartMath. They are a wonderful resource for heart-based exercises, and they actually are offering one of their programs digitally. Connect with friends. I mean, these are all obvious ones that we need to do. Think about what you need emotionally, which is tough right now. Some of them we may not be able to get emotionally, but what you can do is have pictures of important people nearby, which is different than being on Zoom. You can certainly see articles about Zoom doom or Zoom overload, or they're starting to come out now. So just be sure that you've got pictures, just real old-fashioned, wonderful pictures of the people that mean the most to your heart. I've got one of me and my granddaughter right behind my laptop. And then, so we've got mind, body, heart, spirit. So many ways to do that. Again, you might not have always, and some people just don't come by that naturally, to have a lovely meditation practice. You could listen to visualizations. Again, maybe cut down on screen time to do that. Either, find an MP3 or something that you can listen to that will allow you to close your eyes and go deep. I facilitate lots of meditations, usually once a week. Either I do a full moon telemeditation on the phone, I do new moon live circles that are now also on Zoom, and then I do Facebook. And on all of those, I'm finding that I just kind of take myself off the screen so I can really go deep and not be distracted looking at people. My soul needs that inner time. If you're part of the spiritual community, reach out and connect with them right now. Many of them, my Unitarian Universalist congregation in New York City has been doing from the beginning wonderful services. Helps to have millennials in leadership positions there. Aromatherapy. I always have something going on here, and really activating all of your senses is important for mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health. Aromatherapy represents really tapping into your all five senses, and that's a really important way to keep in touch with your body and all your all this your four-pointed crown of self-care as well. Scent especially, because it's directly connected to the limbic system, which is the seat of all of our emotions and our memories. So get some lovely, and there you can find lots of information about aromatherapy nowadays as well. So what I would love to share with you as a way to to entertain yourself, as a way to consider meditating. I love to sing, and from the very first time that I participated in women's circles and moon circles, or that I led them myself, which I've been doing for 20-something years, I have all kinds of chants. They could be Sanskrit chants, which if any of you are yogis, you know that's a way that we can really ground ourselves at the beginning or end of a yoga practice. This is one, the one I'm going to share with you, is one that relates to the four elements. It relates each of the mind, body, spirit, heart paradigm to the four elements, fire, water, air, and earth, because those are the building blocks of life. They are the building blocks of nature. And whether or not you can get out on a regular basis to nature, this is a way to bring one in and have fun with your kids too. This chant is a fun one for children of all ages. So it goes like this. I love leading chants. So I'll say the words, and then it's got hand movements to it. And what I always say with chants is to join in before you're ready. So I'll sing it 3 times. It goes, earth my body, go like this, water my blood, air my breath, pulling the air out of your mouth, and clapping, fire my spirit. And it goes like this. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Wasn't that fun? Share that with your kids. Kids do love doing it. You can harmonize with it, and it's really a lot of fun, and is a meditation. It's a vocal meditation. That's what chants are, and a way to nurture you on every level. So what I invite you to do is take some of the ideas that we've talked about, that I've talked about here, and make a list now, as soon as we close down the video, of maybe some ideas that I gave you, some other ones that use this moment, this self-care focused moment, this moment of sacred self-centeredness, I call it, because we are coming back to our center in important sacred ways when we practice this way. Make a list now so that when you get fuzzy, when you know it's time to step away from the screens, you've got some ideas right in front of you, ready to support you whenever you can. So thank you so much. It's been really wonderful to be here with you. I hope you got some interesting, fun, helpful ideas about your own radical self-care, your own practice of sacred self-centeredness, centered in yourself. And I'd love to hear some of your ideas that maybe I didn't mention. Thanks so much. Enjoy. Bye for now.